Hey, how's it going, everybody? Scott Spreitzer here, DocSports.com. It is Football Thursday at DocSports.com. Thursday, October 16th, 2025. Got top five countdown coming up in college football. We've got a play for Friday and 4 plays from Saturday's card. We'll get to all those in just a second. Also, a little bit later in the video, I'll let you know what I got going this week. All available, all the plays Thursday afternoon, including a 7-star in college and a 6-star in the NFL. We're going to aim for our 4th straight weekend of top play sweeps with college and pro football. Before we get to all of that, though, a real quick note. If you're not yet a member at DocSports.com, just want to give it a trial run, click on that link below the video. Get yourself set up for a free $60 account, which you can then use on any of our daily packages over at DocSports.com. It is as simple as that. Let's get to the top 5 countdown. Number 5, Friday Night Football, Nebraska at Minnesota. The Huskers went from an opening line of 4.5 all the way up to 8. There are still a couple of eights out there, but most of them are 7.5. And I like the points here with the Golden Gophers. PJ Fleck has owned Nebraska over the last several years. I know there was some coach speak this week where he said, this team can't be compared to those Nebraska teams. And he's right to a certain extent. Nebraska has shown the ability to fight back after trailing and looking like they're going to lose. And in past years, over the past decade, they've not been able to do that. But I think this is too many points here. I think Nebraska probably wins by a field goal. Number 5 play is Minnesota plus the points over Nebraska. The number 4 play, we're going to stay in the Big Ten and back the Iowa Hawkeyes laying a field goal to the Penn State Nittany Lions. Everybody knows the turmoil Penn State has been in over the last few weeks. Gone is the head coach, James Franklin. Gone is the starting quarterback, Drew Allar, who had NFL potential and still does if he can recover from the injury, but he's out for the rest of the season with the injury. The quarterback who's going to start now in his place has 13 collegiate passes. You got this Iowa team, knows their identity and interference. They're going to play smash mouth football. They're going to play defense. It's going to be disciplined. They're going to punt the ball, and they're going to play field position, and I think that's going to be too much for a Penn State team that's just in turmoil right now. Iowa minus the points over Penn State. Number 3 play, looking at a total under 67.5 between UTSA and North Texas. And this number has come down a little bit, a smidge, but we're going to stick with it anyway. It hasn't gone down low enough to jump off this play. This game at 3:30 p.m. Eastern on Saturday. Playing the under here, the number again has come down a little bit, but look at Texas San Antonio playing some defense of late, allowing less than 20 points per game in their last 4 games. And after that crazy 99-point game against South Florida last week, giving up 28 third-quarter points, I expect the Eagles to concentrate a little bit more on defense this week. Number 3 play in the countdown is under 67.5 between Texas San Antonio and North Texas. Number 2 play, an ACC game. We're going to back Duke minus 1.5 over Georgia Tech. And this line has come down. And that's even better for us because we were prepared to lay even more with Duke, upwards of 2.5 to 3. So this line's even better now for us. The Blue Devils have won 3 in a row. The offense is obviously clicking. They had last week off to prepare for Haynes King and company. Tech has pulled a bit of an escape routine, everybody, 3 times this season. They beat Wake Forest in overtime. They beat Clemson on a 55-yard field goal as the clock ran out. And they scored the game winner at Colorado with just over a minute to go on a 45-yard touchdown run. 3 late wins by a grand total of 11 points. I think it catches up to him here. Darian Mensah for Duke, he's a 70% passer, 15 touchdown passes, only 2 picks. And Nate Shepard has been running extremely well the last couple of weeks, running back for Duke. How about 259 yards the last 2 games on 9.6 yards per carry? The Duke Blue Devils are the number 2 play in this week's countdown. Going to get to the marquee matchup in just a moment. First, a quick note on what's going on for me. All my plays available Thursday afternoon, all 7. We've got a play on Friday night. We've also got 3 more plays in Saturday's college football led by a 7-star, and then 3 plays in the NFL, 2 on Sunday, 1 on Monday. One of those Sunday's plays happens to be a 6-star play. So 7 plays in all, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, and we're going for our 4th straight top play college and pro football sweep. You see the overall run right there, 89 and 59, up over $10,000, and 66% going all the way back to September 13th is the current run we are on. All the plays found over at DocSports.com on my handicappers homepage. You see the marquee matchup right there, number one in the countdown, the Georgia Bulldogs laying 7.5 at home to Ole Miss. Georgia hasn't been as dominant this year as some of the years past. We do know that, but they're still in contention for a deep playoff run. And the lone loss this season came against the Tide, who've had their number, obviously. The Bulldogs have been terrific in this spot over the years, folks. I'm going to give you a couple of the numbers here. You can jot down if you wish. But they are 20 wins, 4 losses, 2 pushes against the spread. 20 wins, 4 defeats, 2 pushes against the spread as a pick or a favorite with revenge. That number gets even better. That number becomes 13-0-2 against the spread when favored by more than 6 and up to 22 points, again, with revenge on their plate. So I do believe, not just because of that angle, obviously, but that Georgia is going to be able to cover this number. 4 close calls for Ole Miss this season. I do think it catches up to them here. Georgia is this week's marquee matchup. Let's recap it all. The top 5 countdown for the 17th through the 18th, college football of October. Number 5 is Minnesota plus the points over Nebraska Friday Night Football. Number 4, the Iowa Hawkeyes laying a field goal to Penn State. Number 3 play, under 67.5, Texas San Antonio and North Texas. Number 2 play, the Duke Blue Devils laying 1.5 over the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. And the number 1 play in the countdown, the marquee matchup, the Georgia Bulldogs minus 7.5 over the Ole Miss Rebels. And folks, we lost our first countdown. First time we've lost a countdown was last week. We're looking to get right back on track here. 1-3-1 last week. We went into last week 60% against the spread with these countdowns. So we'll look to get it back on track. Also, a quick note. This is a suggestion by somebody who mentioned on X to me on Twitter. I'm at Scott Wins if you want to follow, that maybe get back to a Joe's versus Pros NFL show like I used to do on ESPN with Kevin Winter. We're going to start that this week. That video will be available on Friday, early evening, Joe's versus Pros, each and every week the rest of the season in the NFL. All my plays on my homepage at DocSports.com. Thanks for watching, everybody. Click on the like button and be sure to subscribe. Scott Spreitzer here, DocSports.com. Let's put them in the win column. We'll talk to you again on a Friday.